Damn, I can feel it, man. Cat getting old. Shit, it's getting harder to get up in the morning. The Asian body, man. Oh, what's up with it? Oh, what's up with it? Is that Sean Breezy? What's up with it? The Asian body ain't no joke. How y'all doing this morning, man? I didn't have nothing to drink last night, man. I'm good. I'm just working on quitting, man. Little by little, man. You ain't supposed to you ain't supposed to quit alcohol cold turkey anyway. You're supposed to start off by cutting back first. You cut back and then you quit. You can't quit cold turkey. Start off by having, if you're a drinker, like every night, start off doing every other night. And then once every 2 days. And then once every 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Until you quit. You know? Until you quit. Yeah, once a week or something like that. That's good enough. I've been trying to boil it down. I didn't drink last night, so I'm working on it. I'm working on cutting down on drinking, man. So with it, yeah, man. Dating apps destroyed long-term relationships. Yeah, it did. You feel me? It did. Cause you can't get long-term relationships. That's my alarm clock. You can't get long-term relationships like you used to anymore. You feel me? It's just when people, you know, get a load of options, they're less likely to commit, man, long term. Back when I was dating, boy and the females would move on real quick. We done had sex without the condom and everything. They still moved on quick, man. They don't act like they used to. You know, women. You know. You know. You know. Yeah, as soon as the better guy come around, she's gone, man. You know. It's that what they call it, it's that shiny object syndrome, where they see one shiny object and they'll stay with that object for a little bit, and then they'll see another shiny object. It just never ends, man. And they keep on moving on and moving on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not, dating apps are not good for society's dating scene. You see, human beings gotta procreate to keep the human race going. And if people are not procreating, then that's not good for that's not good for the human race at all. So when you interfere with that, the procreation process, and people staying together and having families and long-term relationships, when you interfere with that, it fucks up everything. It disrupts the whole entire process and the purpose that we have on Earth. You know what I'm saying? And the purpose is to procreate, keep life going. That's the purpose. Because without procreating, we won't have life at all. Procreation is what keeps us here on Earth. You know what I'm saying? So when you interfere with that way of things, then the population will be on a decline. The birth rates are at an all-time low. You feel what I'm saying? Because people are less likely to commit. It's more flings nowadays. You be with a female for like a spring, and then you break up with her, and then you be with a female for only the winter, for only the holidays, and then you break up with her. You know, that fat chick that I was dating at the beginning of the pandemic, she had no problem with moving on. A fat woman got more options than the average man nowadays. That's a goddamn shame. You know what I'm saying? And she was fat and ugly, man. She was she was a 4 out of 5, and she was overweight. I could see if she was pretty and fat. You know, I didn't see them women, man, where they had nice looking eyes, lips and stuff, but they were overweight. You know, I could see right through the fact that this female, hey, she's nice looking, you know, but this female, she was like a 4 in looks, and fat and overweight. Both of them at the same time, fat and overweight. You know, swallowing down ho-hos and cookies and Twinkies, you know, just tearing shit up. And she still could get more options than the average man. She still got more options than the average man. That's fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Still got more options than me. Got no problem with getting a man. You know, she can eat whatever she likes, bro. She don't have to go on no diet or nothing. Us men, we gotta go on diets because we're competing with other men. We gotta go on diets. We gotta watch our weight. We can't afford to be overweight, or we won't get any coochie. Women can eat whatever they want, swell up like a house, and still get a lot of play from men. Okay? Just swell up like a house and still got more options than the average man that's buff. You know what I'm saying? That's a goddamn shame, man. Just fucking fat ass cookie monster, you know, tearing shit up. Leaving no stone unturned, you know. Hold on 1 second, I gotta put this in my bag. This shit's coming out. Won't brush your teeth. Yeah. It still got, you know, more options than you have, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, she brushed her teeth. I think it was her bracelets. You know, I think it was her braces that was making her breath smell like that. She had braces. You know, she had bad breath, man. I could smell it, bro. She always, you know what? She was always chewing like gum to try to cover it up because she knew her breath stank. But she had money, so I don't know why she didn't go to the dentist. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, your breath shouldn't be stinking like that. Either you need to switch your braces or something. But the girl made a lot of money. I mean, not a lot, but she made good money. That bro was pulling in $150,000 a year, okay? So she was making decent money, man. I think she was making more than that. You know, fat chicks, they got some money on them, man. How the fuck you think they got like that, man? It costs money to stay huge, man. Shit. It costs money to stay huge out here. When I fly a sign, a lot of my money comes from fat women, bro. Like, I know she got some money on her. Look how big she is. Look how swollen she is. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So it's like this, bro. The dating scene is all fucked up because of the dating apps, because of feminism, and if we keep going like this, man, we won't have a nation, and we won't have a human race in the future, man. It'll be nobody left. Look, I mean, a lot of the Asian countries are in trouble, especially Japan. Then you got South Korea, they in trouble. The birth rate is low, at an all-time low. It seems like all the highly technically advanced nations got the lesser birth rates, and all the poor countries, their birth rates are just fine. You feel what I'm saying? Because they have babies, whether they're poor or rich, it don't matter. They go ahead and have the baby, and they don't do no birth control. They don't do no abortions or nothing. They just go ahead and have the baby and just be poor. Fuck it. And that's a good way to think about it, man. Have the baby anyway even if you're poor. I mean, it'll stop you from getting rich, but at least you'll have a lot more people around you, and you got a huge family. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you're not spending your life alone, man. You feel what I'm saying? You know, but you should still get the bag before you have children. But when you look at it on the other side of things, man, being poor and having a big family is better than being poor and being by yourself alone. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Because when I look on these Filipino channels, they got a huge family, bro, but they poor. But they're not alone. They got each other, man. They got a huge family. Sisters, brothers, cousins, uncles coming over. You know what I'm saying? But they're not alone. And the worst thing you can be nowadays is alone. That's not a healthy thing to go through, which is being alone. Sometimes I wish I would have had children in my 20s. I wish I would have not been wearing condoms all the time. You know what I'm saying? I wish you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I wish that, because I probably wouldn't be here right now. Matter of fact, I'll be more responsible if I had children. You know what I'm saying? I'd be more responsible with my money and shit. But I didn't have children, man. You know? Most of the women are lazy with no ambitions. Yeah, like that one cat lady, that one dog lady. Her dog got locked away, bro. And this broad could not even go out there and fly a sign for 4 or 5 hours to get her dogs out of the impound. And I'm like, damn, what a lazy ass broad. You know what I'm saying? Because it started off with only $200. That's easy to make out here, man. If she would have did an all day, like maybe like 5 or 6 hours, she would have had enough money to go get the dogs. But nope, she came out here, she flied the sign for how long? Like an hour, and then she gave up. I was like, what? You gave up on your dogs? Get the fuck out of here. Stupid ass bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Lazy ass bras, man. That's why I don't hang around them no more, man. That broad, I'm not hanging around that broad no more. That's a done deal. Lazy, unmotivated, no ambition. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of people you gotta stay away from them, man. Those are the type of people you gotta stay away from. Fat, not a shape. You feel what I'm saying? You know, forget all that, bro. You know. Anyway, man, I'm gonna get in here and this Starbucks, man, because my fucking hands are freezing. It ain't that cold out here, though, but my hands are cold for some reason. Shit. Like I said, man, I don't think we ever bounce back. Let me tell you something real quick. You know, right now, the U.S. is at a 1.6 with the birth rates and shit like that, right? It's at a 1.6, at a, at with the birth rates. And the only way we can fix that, we gotta get rid of what am I saying? We gotta get rid of things in society, bro. We can't allow that 1.6 to keep going long term, because at this point we are not replacing each other. What am I saying? Sorry guys, I just woke up. Um, we're not replacing ourselves, man. You feel what I'm saying? We're not replacing ourselves. So if the birth rate is at a 1.6 and it stays like that, bro, we won't have a society in the future. So the only way they can fix that, they gotta get rid of certain things like date naps. You gotta ban them. It's keeping the birth rate from, like, you feel me? You gotta get rid of day naps. Number one, that's one thing that gotta go. If you want the birth rate to go up, you gotta get rid of date naps. They don't want to do that. They so in love with the money that they say, fuck it, the date naps gotta stay because my pockets are fat. And once we get rid of the date naps, that's gonna because the date naps, they paying taxes and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we came super dependent on the date naps money, the date naps tax money. You know what I'm saying? Because they keeping, they paying tax money to keep them date naps afloat. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta get rid of those, and then we gotta get rid of feminism. That's not gonna happen. You gotta make it illegal to be a feminist. You gotta outlaw that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we're our own worst enemy, man. You know what I'm saying? We're destroying ourselves. And because of what? Money, man. For the love of money. Once women get back in their rightful place, then the birth rates will soar. It will go up. People will start having families again. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that a lot of like countries got right over there in Asia, man. They keep that man first. They don't put the woman over the man. You see, over here in America, we put the women over the men. So that's the reason why our society will crumble first before any society out here in the world, bro. Thailand, they keep that man first, bro. The women, there's very little opportunities for women out there. That's why you see a lot of females out there hoeing, you know what I'm saying, and being at bars, being a bar girl, you know what I'm saying, selling that coochie, because they ain't got no opportunities out there. They don't give women opportunities. They do, but it's very little. So it keeps the women feminine. It keeps the women with high heels on and dresses. You know what I'm saying? It keeps that femininity going, man. But once a woman start working and becoming independent, it brings the masculinity out of them. You feel what I'm saying? They become more masculine when they start working and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these females out here are masculine as fuck, bro. But the date naps gives us options too. Yeah, but not as many as women. It's still lopsided. Gives you a little bit of options, but it doesn't. It's not like you got thousands and thousands and thousands of women in your inbox every single day. Women got thousands of men in their inbox every single day. Thousands. Not a few, thousands. I've been on there, man. And I would get messages every now and then, bro. But it'll be a sprinkle of messages, not not like a horde of messages. You feel what I'm saying? you know, you know. It's still lopsided, even though we got access to the dating apps too, man. Women still winning. Women always win, bro, in this country. And that's why our country is gonna fucking fall in the future. We're not putting that man first. We don't put men first at all. We put women first. All that simping, all that, that simping shit that they be saying, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the word simp got invented, bro. you know, you know. They need to give men more money. We still make more money than women in the workplace, but they make a lot too. So it's like, what she need a man for if she's making $300,000 a year? You know what I'm saying? That I don't need a man syndrome is really what's fucking everything up. Over there in Thailand, the Philippines, they need men. They don't throw the man up under the bus, man, in those countries, bro. It's still the same, like 2000 and, everything is still the same, like 1947, you feel what I'm saying? They keeping things the same out there. They're not throwing men up under the bus in Thailand or in the Philippines or in any other Asian country, man. Even in China, they just don't put women over the man. They don't. Even though feminism is catching up over there too, man. It's growing worldwide. You know what I'm saying? But they still keeping that shit in check. They're like, no, you're not better than the men. You're not. You are lesser than the man. It's only this simp ass country that you feel me? It's only the simp ass country that fucking puts the woman over the man and shit. All that female worshiping and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's either you're simping or you're not simping. Yeah, it's a simp culture, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's keeping everything down. That's why the birth rate has went down dramatically, man, because the simping, the dating apps, feminism, that I don't need a man syndrome, you feel what I'm saying? That's what's keeping families from being built, and then the cost of living has gone up. All that combination right there is the reason why the birth rates are at an all-time low right now. Nobody wants to have children when you are going to get divorced. Like the women, they initiate divorce, the fucking divorce, man. So it's like, why should I get married when I got no control to stay married? Nowadays, you have no control to stay married because they got divorced. You go to the Philippines, they ain't got no divorce out there, bro. You can't get divorced. Once you get married in the Philippines, you stay married. To death do you part, Ain't no eject button out there, bro. I've been studying like Asian countries, and they don't like that feminism bullshit, bro. They kick it to the curve, bro. You feel what I'm saying? They keep that man first out there in the Philippines or in Thailand or definitely in China. They keep that man first. You know what I'm saying? Even though there is simping, there is feminism in China, but it's not as strong as it is here in the U.S. Society don't need us. Hell yeah, they need us. They need us to come save a cat out of a tree. They need us to be firemen, fishermen. Yeah, I said fishermen, because men go out there and get the fish and sell it to the markets and stuff. policemen. They need somebody to show up, some manpower to show up. But they don't glorify us in society, bro. They glorify simping, bro. That's what they glorify, bro. The simping. They glorify that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't keep men first in this country. You know what I'm saying? That's so damn. It's just like, man, I don't know how this country came down to the simping, the simping culture, bro. I don't understand. It's like we build a society, but then yet we act like women are building too. It's like, come on, man, they're not building, dude. But then when you speak against the simping and the feminism, then you're the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but a goddamn simp. You know? Women act like men. Yeah, man, because they got options. Once you gave them the dating apps, it was over. Okay? It was over for long-term relationships. People, they get together for only, unless you're a high-value man, you know what I'm saying, then you can, like, get a long-term relationship because she needs your money, you know. But the moment it's like, they out here, bro, it shouldn't be like, there shouldn't be a divorce. You got to understand what those words at the altar mean. To death do us part, through sickness and health, and all that other stuff. It's like you shouldn't have a divorce because of what you said at the altar. Now they got divorce. I mean, they've been had divorce since the beginning, but out here they got a divorce button, so you shouldn't be able to push the fucking divorce button. Nah, once you get married, you gotta stay married, and they won't do that. So as long as women got a way out, if they feel like they're not happy in the marriage anymore, then they can press that button on you. That's why I'm like, okay, I don't think I'll ever get married in this country. Not in this country, maybe in another country like maybe Africa or the Philippines, where they don't have a divorce button that women can push on you when the going gets tough. So you gotta stay together for the kids, man, and motherfuckers don't do that. They become very unhappy with each other. You know what I'm saying? They become very unhappy with each other, and then they say, fuck that shit, I want a divorce. I remember my friend, he had got married. My friend G, well, he was my friend at one point, but me and him had a falling out. But the guy that I was telling you about, who did music with me, and he got married, and his wife kept on holding that, I want a divorce, over his head while they were married. You know, she threatened to take the kid, and she threatened to divorce him all the time, just holding it over his head. And eventually they got divorced. But what's the point of getting married if you're just gonna get a divorce? It just don't make any sense to get married. It's better just to have a live-in girlfriend with you, man. That's all you need to do. You don't need to get married. I mean, your feelings telling you, oh, I want to get married, I want to build a legacy, I want to build kids. But when you think about, you know, that divorce button, man, you know, it make you not want to get married. So, okay, I don't want to get married just to get divorced. Even if I was in a relationship with a nice, beautiful woman and I had the bag, if she asked me, are we getting married? I'm going to be like, what's the point of getting married if we're just going to get a divorce? You know what I'm saying? There's always people getting divorced all over the place. No, I don't want to get married just to get divorced. No. We're not getting married. And if she moves on, then she was gonna get a divorce from you anyway. So good riddance. You know what I'm saying? You know, Kelcat me, I'm quick to tell a bitch to get on, man. I ain't got no time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no time. I gotta get mine. I keep my mind on my loot. I'll shoot every time. That's Tupac. You know. Pac was a fool. You know. You know. Anyway, man, I'm about to end this live. You guys have a good day, man. I gotta get in here and plug in and shit. You feel me? And I'll see y'all when I come out. Today is a workout day. So we're gonna get the workout on today. So I'll do another video before I work out. You guys have a good day. I'm out.